Hi, Ronnie Figaro here. Just wanted to share a little bit more of some of the things that I've been trying to through my YouTube channel. Again, the way these things are coming out, they're not, all that professional as probably as a lot of other people's are. Yet I hope that everybody who's listening can really get the gist of or the deeper message behind what I'm trying to say. And one of the things I'm going to speak about today is integrity. There's a definition for that, and sometimes I like to start off with what the written or given definitions of something might be. It's basically the adherence, or one of the definitions is of adherence to a moral compass, basically. And when you're saying that, basically what you're talking about is being genuine and honest. And some would look at that concept as being completely honest with everyone or completely genuine with everyone. So if someone were to ask you a question, then it's very important, according to the way some people defined integrity, that you tell them pretty much what you truly feel. And you stand also, the moral compass of it. You stand in what you truly believe as your ethical principles, your belief systems, that sort of thing. And that can happen a lot in conversations, debates, in what you do in life, on your work, with relationships, with other people. If you're being truly genuine, if you're being authentic, if you're working out of a place of integrity, that you want to show that you are a person who will be honest, who will stand for what they truly believe in, and not compromise. So those are some of the ideas of what integrity would entail to a lot of people. Now, some people, I think, take that to an extreme in the sense that they would look at integrity as no matter what happens, no matter what anybody does, if it's something that's really important to you, you have to be honest about it. You have to make a moral stand. Religions sometimes have that kind of concept, philosophical beliefs, people just in general, whatever they would want to stand with, whether you believe in God or not, or religions or whatever. There's this idea of being that genuine with other people, with yourself. And to me, the most important part is doing that for yourself and with yourself. Everything else is secondary. Working within you, that's the primary thing. And that's one of my key belief systems. So, anyway, hopefully to share more light on this concept, and I'm going to try to do this within 15 minutes. Sometimes I like to speak a little bit more, but I'll try to keep this as brief as possible. Now, the idea of integrity has to do, in my belief system, with being wise as well as being genuine and honest. Because should you beat everybody over the head with your beliefs? I don't think so. Somebody might come to you and have their belief system or their ideals, or they could say, this is what happened. I know what's happened. And you can know in your own mind and heart, no, that's not what happened. So if they're going to say, no, you have to believe this and you have to believe this, and I'm right and you're wrong, to me, integrity would say, no, I have to continue to tell you what I feel. Yet, at the same time, it's very important not to point the finger at the other person and say, my integrity also tells me that you're wrong. That's not integrity. That's a lack of wisdom, I think. Another example of what could happen that might cause you to say or stand in what you define as integrity would be, let's just say, someone was threatening you or your family, and they were say something like this: unless you tell me that you believe or you submit to my belief systems or my God or my religion, I'm going to kill you or your children. Therefore, I need you to say, I denounce, this, and I will follow you. So you have to ask yourself, what would you do? Would you stand in what someone defined as integrity and say, no, I can't do that because my belief systems are so strong about my faith or my political views? or my ethical views, that I'm not going to do that even if you do kill me or my children. Now, is that a lack of, is it a lack of integrity if you say, okay, yes, I'll do it. Sure. Okay. You got it. Whatever you want. And then your children are free or whatever, and you're not killed. And if you do that, is that a lack of integrity? Some might say yes. I personally, I say no. If it's going to save my family, save my children, then yeah, sure. I'll lie. I'll say something that's not true. Uh-oh, some people probably freaking out just about that concept, but you have to really look inside yourself and ask. Because circumstances like that and situations have happened. Some people have sacrificed their lives, and I would imagine children and everything else too, for whatever belief systems that they have, or for whatever concepts or perceptions that they have about life, about themselves. And is that wrong per se? I'm not going to even go there to say that it's wrong. I'm telling you what my beliefs are. It's very important, again, this is what I always come back to. And this is why it's important to really look at these things, to evaluate them, not to try to figure them out necessarily, because that's not the way that what I would consider the universal consciousness works through us. I believe it works through us when we can learn how to trust this thing that's internally already within us, without us, everywhere. It's always here. As human beings, it's good to use what we already have. We have a body, we have a mind, and we have this other energetic part of us that is a part of us, but it's a whole. We're not just spirit. We're not just, oh, I'm a spiritual being and everything's wonderful. No, we're human beings with a body, mind, and soul, and it's all one thing. And we need to appreciate all of that while we're here on this planet. Can we evolve from this? Yeah, but the best way to evolve is to get in touch with this whole thing, to learn to see the balance of being here with your mind, body, and soul, or spirit, or self, whatever you want to call it. And then once we're here with that, to heal of all of the things that have been conditioned in our lives, the traumas and whatever. And the easiest way to do that, and I say this over and over again, and it really is still amazing to me how the concept of things can be so easy in understanding, but the application of these easy principles becomes so difficult for people. It goes like this, and again, I've said this over and over again, but it's so real, and I've seen it in myself, I've seen it in other people. If you read some of the ancient literature, which some of it is really wonderful, nothing's perfect. That's why, again, it's important to find your answer within yourself. And using the body is important. I think it's an easier tool to use. Tools are secondary. Being in this place is it. And when you get this idea, you kind of know that you're here. It may not feel great all the time, but most of the times there's going to be this joy. It's a joy. It's a knowing. It's like, yeah, this has got to be it. Now, do we just stand in this alone? No, because there needs to be proof of this. Sure, evidence. What was it? Carl Jung called it acts of synchronicity. Some people call it miracles. I call it acts of synchronicity / miracles. Because the more you live here, in the words that I use is spacious awareness, but there's no real words that can describe what this is unless you can truly be here with it and experience it and live in this consistently. So again, getting back to a tool, which is secondary, tool, technique, therapy, whatever, we do so many different things, and we don't need to do so many things. What we really need to do is focus on what we already have. And we can use other tools, the seminars that we go to, the books that we read, the meditations, the chakra training, the blah, 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 all thousands and thousands of things, which can be more confusing than helpful. So what I believe is use what you have and learn to hear you. Not just taking everybody else's advice or saying, yeah, you're right. You can use that to help you, but don't take it at face value. Don't believe 100% of what anybody is saying unless it resonates completely within you. And then what happens is that you'll heal quicker that way. And I'm getting a little bit into descriptions and whatnot. So let me just get this one tool that I think is the best technique or tool. You have a body, so use that body and bring your feelings to a place in your body that you feel where it would resonate more. Many people bring it to their heart area. I do. I think it's easy. And you'll sometimes people see me, I'll be like going, when you bring yourself here, is there a real specific space? I don't think so. Not necessarily. Could be. I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But using your body can help your mind process this better, and it helps you stay here more consistently. Now, I went into my belief system again, and I was specifically speaking about integrity. So again, well, it all goes together, because the more you do the simple thing of bringing all of that you're feeling to your good, whether it's your good, your bad, or your ugly, as I call it, bringing it into this one-centered place, and then trusting that more than anything else. Even when you have doubt, being able to take the risk and expressing your life from this place that you've established. You establish it by using the tools, whether it's meditation, whether it's seminars, whether it's weekend conferences, whether it's different techniques that we have out here these days, EFT, NLP, EMDR. All these things can be helpful. Yet I think it's really important to find one thing that can work best for you. And by you doing that, you're learning more and more to operate in a better way, a more balanced way. And your integrity will be more balanced. Will it be perfect? Will anything be perfect right away? No. But by living this simple way, it'll happen quicker. Things will change in your life, and you'll be able to respond with a better degree of integrity when you need to in that moment. Again, the whole idea of present moment and being aware, all these things can be good tools too. Yet the really cool part of all this, when you bring yourself here and you're just here, even if you're confused, if you're going through a lot, if you're not sure what you're going to say, because a lot of times when I'm speaking, I don't know what I'm going to say next necessarily. But a lot of people are telling me more and more it's helping them. So I'll keep trying to operate from this place, which is my genuineness. Is it perfect? No, no one's is. So don't rely on anyone else. It's good to get help from others, to glean from others, but bottom line, it's always going to be just you and you. So that's the thing to have more integrity for, more honesty for, is what you are individually within yourself. No matter what anybody else says, that to me is the key, or the essence of integrity, is being that genuine with yourself. With other people, you want to take the risk from this place and trusting this place in whatever you do, not the established norms, not the conditionings of society or environment, your social mores or whatever, but to be truly, truly genuine with who you are and with everyone else. To me, that's the essence of having integrity and living in a state of integrity. With the other things, again, tools to look at. And again, the cool part of it is, the more you're here, the more naturally these things happen. The more naturally you'll speak things that you really need to. Other people will respond better if they're somewhat aware, and if they're open. You learn not to get involved with the fighting back and forth and debating and going through that cycle of, oh, I'm right, you're right, this is my blah, blah, blah. And we do these things all the time, nobody's perfect. But what's most important is that you stand and believe what you believe, no matter what. So that's about it right now. I'm going to get going. So bless everybody. I hope that was helpful, and you will see me again. Bye.